this is a game between Anatoly Karpov and Gata Kamsky. Gata Kamsky was a American world champion, FIDE world championship challenger. And what you have to do is basically, you guys have to, on your sheets, so you guys have to write like this. Wait. You guys have to write all the moves like this. So you write Karpov, and then you in the middle you leave a blank space and you write guess. You write Kamsky over here. So now we are going to play move by move, and you have to keep writing. Suppose if I play d4 from Karpov, you have to write here pawn d4 like this. Just write d4 like this. So Karpov played d4, and suppose Black played here knight to f6. So you will write here, you will leave the space, you will leave the middle space, and you will write nf6 like this. And the game continues. Karpov played, you will write c4 like this. Over here, you will write c4. Small c. Yes. And then Black plays pawn to g6. Now, the idea behind pawn g6 is that Kamsky wants to play the bishop on g7, right? We have seen this. It's not a new idea.
Yes.
White plays knight c3. So Black has played g6. White played knight c3.
What? Wait. C3. Yes. Okay.
And c3. Okay. d4, nf6, c4, g6. Third move is nc3. Everyone done?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And now here, the main idea is that if Black plays something like bishop g7, suppose, don't write it down. I'll let you know when to write. If Black plays bishop g7, White will play e4, and then it will change into King's Indian defense. Because in King's Indian, we have 3 pawns in the center. But in the game, Black stopped the move e4 by playing pawn to d5, and this is called as the Grunfeld defense. You will write pawn d5, d5. After this position, you will go to your guesswork here. So maybe after c4, you must have written, what was the move after c4?
G6.
G6. What was after that?
D5.
nc3.
Oh, sorry, NC3, yeah.
And then it was d5,
D5.
right?
Yeah.
And then you leave the space. Focus on my screen. You leave the space for Karpov. Don't write anything here. Now come in the guesswork. You come in the guess middle line and you write what will you play in this particular position. I'll give you 20 seconds to think of a move and write it down. Okay? Everyone written?
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay. I want Avik to tell me. Avik, what did you write?
Sir, I was still thinking.
Okay. All right. What about Shishti? Shishti, what have you written?
I wrote bishop to f4.
Bishop f4. All right. What about Pughal?
So pawn to c5.
What about Nivan?
Sir, pawn C5.
Pawn c5. What about Shinesh?
Sir, bishop g5.
Bishop g5. Okay. So we have bishop g5, we have bishop f4, we have c5. Okay. So now try to understand. This will, this exercise will improve you, and it will improve your understanding of openings. Okay. Now here, just see these 4 squares. These 4 squares are called center, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone know what are the opening principles? Like when those things are taught at the beginner level, right? Who knows the opening principles? Yes,
Like
Niman?
pawn break and all stuff.
Opening principles, like what are the basic opening fundamentals? Yes, Niman, anyone?
Sir, the basic open
A pawn break.
fundamentals are that when somebody attacks a center pawn, you don't have to capture it. We have to defend it. Sir, I don't know.
Okay. Yes, Srishti?
So when a pawn is attacked, we defend it with a different pawn.
All right. Anything else that Anyone wants to add regarding center
Can
principle?
we
So we
develop
should
all the
always finish our development, and then we should also castle as quickly as possible.
All right, development and castle. Yes. Anyone else? Yes. Anyone else?
Answer.
should develop our pieces fast?
Develop pieces fast. Yes. Development has already been covered by Anvay. Yes.
So rule of +2.
Rule of +2, but it's not about
Yeah, but
fundamentals.
That's
It's not like
kind of
fundamentals.
like, it can be played anytime in the middle of the
Yes.
game or in
Sir.
the game.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, in the opening, you don't have to attack. You have to develop the pieces.
Development.
When-
Yes.
After
Okay.
after 15 moves, you can attack.
Well, not 15 move. Yeah, but okay, I understood the plan. So you develop and then you after that you have to attack. So it's good. Okay. Anyone else? Pugal, Shinesh, what about you guys? What do you know about opening principles? What do you do in opening principles?
Sir,
Apart from development, no more development, no more development. We are done. We are already fully developed. What else do you know about openings? Apart from development, we will not use the word development now. What apart from development? What? Yeah.
Sir, can I tell?
Yes, please, please.
Perfect.
Development. Everyone saying the word development.
Anyone else who wants to add?
Sir,
Yeah, go on.
there is a perfect king when the king has castled. There are 3 pawns that are guarding him, and there is a knight above.
F3. Okay, understood. Yeah.
A knight is the best friend of a king.
All
can
right.
say
All right. What else? What else? What else do you know about opening principles? What else do you guys know about opening principles? Avik, do you know anything about opening principles that you want to
I
add?
can say that after we castle, we shouldn't use
One by one.
the
Wait.
pawns to-
Nobody should speak randomly. I'll ask by names. Okay. It's good that we all have different names. Otherwise, it will be very confusion. Suppose if all of us were having name Shrishti only, and if I ask Shrishti, you say, then all Shrishtis will start speaking. So I'll ask Avik this time. Yes, Avik.
Sir,
What do you know
I
about
was
opening
thinking
principles?
of development. Maybe at the castle under 10
Castle
moves.
development. Okay, done. So only 2 things. Nothing else from that. Apart from that, only 2 things. Yes, Shrishti?
So after we castle, we shouldn't use the pawns of that side where the king has castle to attack.
Okay, fine. What else?
Structure. Within our pawn structure.
Very good. Pawn structure. Yes. A very nice idea. Pawn structure. Very, very important. Pawn structure is a very, very important concept in openings. What else? Pawn structure. We have got a new one now. Very good. Now what? Apart from pawn structures, what about center? Has anyone taught you guys?
Center alignment.
So that is kind of one of the principles of opening, isn't it? But nobody spoke of it. Center, guys. 5th point is center. We are on which move number right now in this game?
3.
Oh, I forgot to write down.
We are on move number
So we are on number
3.
Three.
Right after 3 moves, we have started a discussion, right? This is how deep chess is. Now, one of the key concepts that you guys have to learn is, okay, let me just remove this. One of the key concepts, so I'll write points to remember. First of all, first point to remember, you don't have to write it, by the way. You have to go, try to control center. Center control is very important. Very, very important in chess. If you are able to control your center, if you're not able to give your center to your opponent, you will become very strong chess player. Very important thing that we are learning right after the 3rd move.
Can I write down the center control things?
You can write it down, that's fine. Also, you'll be getting the recording, so that's fine. So one is, okay, the spelling is not so good. Okay, center control is very important. Okay, so the computer is saying, let's go center like this one. Okay, center control is very important. Second, pawn structures. We'll talk about that later on. Pawn structures, okay? Now, let's go back to the game. Here, right now, what do we want? Out of these 4 squares, we have a pawn in the center. Black also has a pawn in the center. But why do we gambit this? The idea of giving a free pawn is we really want my opponent to take it, so that once he takes, his pawn, which was earlier in the center, goes away to the corner. I'm in a non-center square, and then it gives me opportunity to play one more pawn in the center. So if you just go c5, what you guys were telling me before, is the option of d into c4 available with us for later on?
No.
No. So the moment you go c pawn to c5, you are kind of saying that, you know what, I'm kind of not controlling center anymore as strong as I was doing before. Has everyone understood this move? c5 is a small problem.
Yes.
That's why I don't say C5.
Now,
I think we should go to B3.
coming to, I'll come to that. Wait, coming to bishop f4. Bishop f4 is a decent move, no doubt on that. But the idea that you have to start focusing is that black is already about to castle. And if you look at your side, you have not even started. Now there's a way, because this pawn is not guarded by any other pawn. The main line in Grunfeld defense goes like this. You take on d5. Now knight can only take, and now we have center control. Takes. And in this position, what is happening is we are the one having center control, but black will start fighting for the center now by playing c5 and bishop g7. So he'll play bishop g7, you go bishop c4, and now c5. And everything starts happening towards center. You cannot take because of ideas like bishop c3 check, and the rook is gone. So here the game will progress and the fight will happen. But Karpov did not play any of these things. Karpov just tried to think of development. So when you are understanding about Anatoly Karpov, you will only think of piece placement, which is again very important concept in chess. Let me write it down. Piece placement. You try to put your pieces on very good squares. At the same time, remember, we are doing Karpov. So Karpov is very strong in center. Karpov is always strong in placement of pieces. Let's go back. So here Karpov actually played a move which again tries to... Now someone said some queen b3. Who said that? There was a student who said queen to b3. No one? Okay. So here Karpov played, first of all, knight f3. Development. Development. So you write knight f3, nf3 on the fourth move quickly, all of you. Black plays bishop g7, bg7. And here, white played a very interesting plan. Again, I will give you a move, like I will give you a chance. It's a 10-second or 15-second you can take. How will you move your queen to again control the 4 center square? In your guess. After move number 4, write the guesswork here.
Okay,
on move
sir.
number 5, write guess here. Like don't leave the move number 5 space empty and write over here on the guess section. What will you play here with the queen to control center more and more? Remember, Karpov wants to put both the pawns in the center, but this guy is not allowing us. So I'll give you 15 seconds. Now we have to be a bit quick, okay? Half the time is passed, we have to be a bit quick. Everyone done? Okay, what have you written? What about Nivan? What did you write?
Sir, I wrote queen d3.
Queen d3. Okay, what about Avik?
Sir, also queen d3.
Okay, Shinesh, quickly.
Sir, queen a3.
Queen e3.
A3.
A3 is A4. Over here?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, A4. What about Anvay? Quickly.
Sir, queen d3.
Queen to
d3.
over here?
Yes.
Okay. Shrishti, quickly.
E3.
Sir, I think also b3 could be possible.
Queen b3. Okay. Now you have to understand. Suppose if you play queen to d3, maybe bishop f5 comes with tempo. Everyone here understands the meaning of tempo?
Yes.
Not auto rickshaws. Tempos are not auto rickshaws in chess. Yeah, tempos are The move that black will make, and again you will have to move the same piece. Okay, you just moved the queen, and after bishop f5 you are again moving the queen somewhere else. So black is now improving here in the position. So not queen to b3, sorry, d3, but queen to b3. Now the same idea with bishop f5 cannot happen because of queen b7. All right. So everyone quickly write queen to b3 on move number 5, and black now played d cross c4. Obviously white played q cross c4. Everyone is following, I hope, till now?
Yes, sir.
So black here played castles. I hope you guys are enjoying this process, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now
I've never liked writing so much in my life.
okay, now see. The point is, Karpov achieved the plan of moving the pawn of the opponent from the center, isn't it? Earlier, there was a pawn in the center and Karpov removed it somehow, correct?
Yes,
Once
sir.
there is no pawn in the center, where will the e pawn go now?
Sir, in the center.
E4.
In the center.
E pawn. Sorry, e pawn to e4. Okay. On move number 7, e4. White plays e4. And black plays a very interesting move, knight to c6. Now here you guys quickly write, I'll tell you one more new concept. White has achieved the center fight. White has now gained the center fight. So white basically played pawn e4 on the 7th move, correct? So for the first 7 moves, white was only fighting for the center, but white has now achieved that goal, what white wanted to achieve. So this particular moment in chess is called as, and this is a new concept that you guys are learning, it's called as turning points. Turning points are small ideas, and they keep coming after every 3 to 4 moves. Turning points keep coming after every 3 to 4 moves. Like they are small ideas that now, suppose here in this particular position, white has achieved the center. So white now needs to make a new plan, which will again go for next 3 to 4 moves. Again, a situation will happen after 3 to 4 moves. Then again, a turning point will come where white will have to make a new plan once again. That's how the game progresses. Now here, after knight to c6, the main idea with black is putting pressure, a lot of pressure actually, on the pawn on d4. Now, you have to now start thinking, okay, this is a moment. Whenever you reach turning point in your games or when you analyze opponents' games, you will be reaching turning points. And whenever you do that, you don't make fast moves. Like here, so many moves are good. Like let's play bishop e3, let's play bishop d3, let's play whatever, like rook d1, anything after bishop e3. Don't think like that. You have to start understanding now that what exactly is black trying to play, what basically black's trying to put the pieces on, which are the squares black is trying to hit. Accordingly, you will make your plan. And whenever you reach turning points, usually I was giving you 15 seconds, right? But whenever you reach turning points, you have to start investing at least 1 minute, 2 minutes. If you are playing a tournament game, you have to at least start spending 3 minutes to 5 minutes on turning points. So this is the first turning point of the game. Now here again, you have to go in your guess category, go to your guess section and think for 1 minute or half a minute maybe, and try to tell me an idea. Now idea, whenever I'll be reaching turning point, I won't be asking one move. I'll be asking at least, 2 or 3 move idea here. Because now is the time you're making a plan in your head. So take your 1 minute and come up with the idea. Okay. And you have to start thinking what will you play in such situations without seeing what was played in the game, without getting any hint what was the move played in the game. You have to start asking yourself, okay, if I was playing this position, what would I play? And then you have to understand why is my move different than what was originally played. How is the thought process different? Only then you will be understanding. And you will be also remembering these ideas. Okay, everyone done?
No, what will black play if we play a move?
So if
I
you have
don't-
already understood what black is going to play, so accordingly you will write your move. You will write your idea to not make black's idea work. So if you're knowing black is having something planned already, so maybe you can think of your plan that won't be making black's plan work.
Oh, sir,
Like
I
a
thought.
precaution. It's like a precaution, you know.
Okay.
You know, winters are about to come, so you go and get jackets and everything, sweaters and everything, right? Pullovers. You don't wait for the temperature to go down to 5 degrees and then you will start buying things. You already keep your sweaters and jackets ready. So that's how you are preparing for opponent's ideas before even ideas are played on the board. And this is called as one more concept. Let me just write it over here. It's called as, wait. This is called as prophylactic thinking. It's like you understand what your opponent is trying to do and accordingly you make your plan. I want to wait to answer.
So, sir, my plan was to go pawn to e5 to just kind of block the bishop. And like the bishop won't be able to get an advantage in the endgame or anything like that until the pawn is gone. Then if the knight goes back, then
back where?
knight goes back to probably like d7 or e8. The knight has two squares. And then you can probably go to kind of strengthen the pawn and stop all the attacks which are coming. Plus, it also prevents the move e5. Also prevents what you call it. It also prevents e5 from the black side because you have to also start to attack the pawn.
Okay.
Then, and if it goes ahead, like it has two moves ahead, the knight has two moves ahead, which is g4 and.
So suppose I go e5, I go here. Now what will you play?
Then probably we can again kind of just go like attack the other knight on d5 because now there are two attackers.
But then I will take on e5 and you're down a pawn. A very
Shall we
important
take back?
center pawn.
But sir,
You will
then
take back,
the
I will
knight
take
will
back one more
capture.
time. I'll take back one more time and your queen is hit.
So that means we can go there.
That means
There.
something. No. This is very important. Very important thing that Anvay is telling us. See, guys, you have to be very careful here. Very important plan, like very important topic is called as, wait, write it down all of you, please.
Development.
This is very important, which is missing from your games. Do not attack until unless you have developed every single thing. You know, there was a player, Gary Kasparov, who used to say, I just heard it, I guess, yesterday or something, that never go in the battle if like until unless
Don't have your army.
you don't have, don't leave, don't leave any soldier in the barracks. Barracks mean, you know, where army personals used to rest and relax when the war is going on. So don't leave anyone in the barracks when you're going for the battle. So you have to go for the battle. You have to take everyone. Otherwise, what's the point? Okay. So here it's very important. Develop first, then attack. Anwar, do you understand the problem with your move? You want to go inside, but these guys are just sitting and hanging around. Your king is not castled here.
So yes, I was also thinking of bringing the bishop up.
Yes. Okay. So let's see what others are thinking now.
Sir, I think maybe bishop.
So maybe I will just defend my d4 pawn. Sorry, sir. e4 pawn with the bishop, then castle away, then bring
Like
again
bishop d3,
the.
you're suggesting bishop d3?
Yes.
Okay. So after bishop d3, probably there will be some issues, I believe. After bishop d3, suppose I go bishop g4 here. And now there are some issues happening. What are the issues? Anyone can see?
Sir,
Yes.
So
So
if
he
the
is
bishop
not
takes
taking
the
the
knight,
knight.
then we will have a double pawns.
Not just that, not just that. You're losing d4
And
also.
that's, yes.
Sir,
Belong to
E2.
E2.
E2, okay. And if you want to support it, you have to play bishop e3, right?
Yeah.
The moment you play
Sir,
bishop
those
e3,
were the two. Sir, I had wrote bishop e3 and bishop e2 in my guest list.
all right. Now see Shrishti, if you go bishop e3 first, now bishop e3 first
But
will lead.
sir, first I was saying bishop e2.
Bishop e2, all right. Bishop e2 first. Okay, so let's after bishop e2, we'll play rook e8. And then if you go bishop e3 like this, knight to g4 will kick you. So you have to be kind of careful, okay? But Shrishti, well done. You found Karpov's move. Karpov actually played bishop e2 here. But, you know, if you are thinking of putting a bishop on e3, what you have to learn is, see, before you go bishop e3, you have to stop knight g4 tempo, right? And how can we stop knight g4 idea?
So
With the move?
h3. Pawn
Exactly.
h3.
So this is actually the best move in the position. And h3 is a kind of move which serves many purposes. See how? It stops knight g4. It stops bishop g4. When you castle, you have escape square also on h2. So you will never fall for backline checks. And this move is called as a prophylactic move. And this is the move I was trying to wait. This is called as prophylactic thinking. That you understand that right now bishop g4 or knight g4, wait, bishop g4 and knight g4 are happening. You understand this thing and you play h3 and then you are ready to play bishop e3, bishop here. Even you can castle long or short depending on the game. But in the game, bishop e2 was played. So you can write be2 and black played bg4. Can you see? Because white did not play h3, so bg4 has happened. Now is h3 working, by the way? Anyone now? Niman, what about you? Now h3 is working or not? Think and tell me.
No.
No, I'm
Yes,
asking
sir.
Niman. I'm asking Niman. Wait. Everyone. Only one student is having the name Niman. Imagine again, everyone is having the name Niman, it becomes, the world will be into chaos. Okay, yes, Niman. Tell me, is h3 possible right now?
Sir, can I think?
Of course. Okay, fine. But it's very direct.
If everyone had one name, we have to call everyone this one, this two, this three.
It's just a thought. Okay. Now, I'll ask Pugal. h3 possible or not, Pugal?
I think that is we can do that, but not now. Cause if we do that, takes, then we lose a pawn in the center.
Very good. And then you lose a center battle, right? This
So we
becomes
must.
very important. Very, very important. So now in your guess works again, go to your guess. And after bg4, 15 seconds and write a move for me. So Avik, what do you want to play? Bishop e3? Bishop e3? Okay. What about others? Who wants to answer?
Me.
Okay, what about Niman? Yes, Niman, what would you play?
Sir, I would also like to go to bishop e3.
Okay, what about others? What about Pugal?
Same, sir. Bishop E3.
E3. Okay, everyone is saying, anyone having any other option apart from bishop?
e3.
Everyone?
Sir,
Yes, Anvay?
sir, I actually
Sir,
have two moves.
knight
I have
h4.
knight g5. I have knight g5. And I also have bishop e3. But I am thinking that bishop e3 is a bit better because after knight g5, the knight would just get kicked.
And what is the point of playing knight g5?
Knight g5 and sorry, sir. Knight b5. Knight b5. Yes.
Knight
That
b5.
knight,
And
yes.
what's the point again?
To defend the pawn. Like if the bishop takes,
What is the
then
knight defending right now?
the knight is defending that pawn, then that takes in that. So yes, bishop e3 is the best.
So you lose the pawn.
Bishop E3.
Understood?
So, but can we also block? Can we go knight to d3, d5?
Knight d5.
Yes.
What's the plan again?
So kind of just like block, but then the
Knight
it
d4.
takes the pawn. Yes.
So see, what you're doing is you're again going in the camp of the opponent and your army is still inside. This is your thing that you have to work on. Are you understanding the pattern?
Yes, sir. So,
You have
but in
to-
the end, I still saw that the bishop e3 is a bit better.
Yes, so bishop e3 was actually played in the game. Very logical. So after bishop to e3, bf3 happened. So quickly write. Now
So-
here, black played e5. Done. Something is happening now. What is it called?
Sir.
Yes, Nivan?
Captures
Sir,
on
it is
where?
attacking our center pawn.
No. What concept is it called? I have just
Captures
started.
pawn
on
break.
F3 twice, right, sir?
Yeah, correct, Shrishti. What
So
is this
pawn break?
called?
Pawn break?
No. Concept. I did not say pawn break. I did not even speak
Turning
of.
point.
Pawn structure.
Yes, who said that?
Google.
Turning point. Very good. Very
Sir,
nice
I
answer.
also said.
Very nice answer. Again, this is a turning point because now white has to make a decision. Should white push? Should white support? Should white capture? And whenever you try to make your decisions, so first of all, in the first half, we were trying to control center. In the second half, we were trying to understand how can we not, like we can develop and protect d4 square. And now in the third half, we have to make a decision. And this is again a turning point. Now also, you will see chess is so beautiful. The more closer you look, the deeper you will start, understanding the game. Let me also tell you one more concept here that is involved. Can you see the composition of minor pieces here, all of you? Can you see that?
Yeah.
What is the composition you are seeing? So the name of the one
Oh,
more
sir.
concept is, the seventh concept is imbalance. Now, what is imbalance? Imbalance means, suppose if you are having a rook and a pawn, and opponent is having two minor pieces. Imbalance means if you are having a queen and opponent has two rooks for that. Imbalance is if you are having rook and four pawns and opponent has a queen. Imbalance is if you are having bishop pairs, opponent is having knight pairs. So it's called as small imbalance in the position. Now, imbalance can be materially, like what material imbalance means, like suppose, like same thing, rook and pawn versus two minor pieces, like that, 6 points, 6 points. Now here, this is not a material imbalance. I mean, you can call it material imbalance, but it is also like a positional imbalance in which you are having bishop pairs and black has knight pairs. So this is where imbalances also is very important concept in chess. Those who are able to create imbalances and those who are able to play imbalanced positions, they get strong very quickly. They get their chess level strong very, very fast. Okay. So here, again, it's a turning point. So I'll give you guys 15 seconds. Okay. It's already time. Are you guys comfortable if we can increase the lecture to next 10 minutes?
Sir,
No?
No.
I don't mind. I'm having a lot of fun writing chess stuff.
Anyone?
Yes.
Can we increase to 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, you can take extra 20 minutes.
All right. So no,
Need it
I won't be
for-
able to take 20 because I'm having a different class. Okay. So here we'll be extending to next 10 minutes. Again, think for 15, I mean, sorry, it's a turning point. So think for 1 minute and tell me what would you play in this position. Remember, e5 also closes down this bishop. The moment e5 is played, black has put a pawn in the center. How many pawns white has? 2 pawns.
Oh,
Now, how can we close down this center for black permanently?
no,
Tanvay?
sir.
Sir, since the bishop is now blocked, we can play d5.
D5?
Yes.
Okay. Who agrees with D5? Anyone else also thinking of D5?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Srishti. Okay. Anyone else? D5, D5. Team D5. Anyone?
So now you have
After D5, okay, let's now start calculating something. Okay, so what I'll be doing is everyone try to remember this position. We are going to calculate in a blindfold. Remember this position. I'm going to remove every piece from it. Try to remember this position as it is right now. I'll give you 30 seconds. Just remember where are the bishops and everything placed. Just try to remember that. All right. Where are white knights? On which squares white knights are there?
Sir,
Knight C3, C3,
And C3 and?
C3 and F3, I am guessing.
Very good. Where are white bishops? No, white
Sir,
knight is not on F3, by the way. Anvay, white is only having one knight. Remember, it was imbalance.
Yes, yes.
Where are white bishops?
E3 and A, B, C, D, E, F and F3.
Very good. Very good.
Sir, I'm
Yes.
not able to remember.
Don't worry. This is just, this is where we are trying to push. I'm trying to push your mind to a different level. Okay. It will happen. Don't worry if you're not able to imagine. Where are black rooks? Who knows?
The black rooks are on the same. The black rook on the king side is castle, and the other black rook is on the same place.
on the same
A8
place
and
it was.
F8. You should say A8 and F8.
Yes, 8 and F8.
Where are white rooks?
The white rooks are on the same place. They haven't been castle yet.
Like,
A1,
So
H1.
8 and H8.
Sir, I can say
So A1 and
A1
H1.
and H1.
A1,
A1
H1.
and
Yes.
H1.
Okay. Now let's start calculating blind. What happens if you play D5? You will hit the C6 knight of black, correct?
Yes.
Suppose
So-
white, wait, let me explain. Black knight will play knight D4 because E5 pawn is guarding it. What will you do then? After D5, black plays knight to D4. What will you do?
After D5, after the knight plays knight to D4 to attack our queen.
No, queen is
Then-
not. Where is the queen? Where is the white queen?
The queen is beside the pawns. So that I know that the pawn was on D4, so the queen should be on
Where is white queen?
C. C4, I'm guessing. C4 or
Okay.
C5.
What about Shinesh? Shinesh, what about white queen? Where is white queen?
C3.
C3. C3 is
C3.
no, C3 is knight is taking C3, no? White queen is on C4. Remember, D into C4 happened and queen C4.
Yes, sir.
Queen is not even moved after that. So after D5, knight D4, what will you do?
After D5, knight to D4. So let me see. D5, knight D4. Okay. So it's behind the pawn. Then my queen is also on C4. So I
C4.
can play.
And your bishop is on
I can't
E3. Your
play
bishop
E5.
is on E3.
So can I take the pawn? So can I take the knight?
Bishop into D4 and
Yes.
E pawn will
I think
take
I'm
you.
taking the knight. Yes.
E pawn will take you. Then what?
E pawn. Then if I take back, I can't take back. Yes,
Why?
I feel because the bishop is guarding.
No, the bishop knight is there, no? On F6.
Yes, the knight. Oh yeah, the black knight is there.
So can you take on D4?
Yes, I'm thinking.
And this is something you have to understand. See, let's go back and let's see the position. So after D5, which happened in the game, and knight D4, which also happened, you cannot take here. The moment you do that, now try to
Sir.
understand. The moment you do,
Sir, do we have to write down?
no,
Not yet,
let me explain. The moment you do that, takes, and if you go queen D4, white can resign now. White can resign. What's the tactic here?
Oh my god.
White can resign the game. One move, white resigns.
One move, sir, and white resigns.
Yes, you show me one move, white will resign the game instantly.
Sir, it's something with a knight. I know
Yes,
that.
so
Sir.
Yes,
Knight
sir.
takes
Discovered
E4.
attack.
Knight takes E4. Bishop is attacking queen, so queen has
Yes,
to move.
sir.
Queen E4.
Then you take. Yeah.
And even if you go away, and the whole point is here, the position in which you are having isolated pawn, this is a very loose target here. And the game will still continue. I believe knight D6 is the way to go for. But okay, you should just not take here. Also, remember the imbalance also gone. Now, nobody is having bishop pair anymore, right? So it's like very equal situation. So after knight D4, Karpov wanted to keep the bishop pairs alive. So he played bishop D1.
But bishop pairs are better than knight pairs.
Yeah. So now we'll be stopping here. And what were the areas that we touched today? We touched on center control. We touched on pawn structures. We touched on piece placements, turning points, very important. Prophylactic thinking. Remember the H3 idea? Develop first, then attack, and then imbalances. So today is just the introduction of this game. Now, nobody should miss the next Tuesday class. It will be very, very, very important for you guys. We'll be continuing after this particular position